Here we go again, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon. So excited to bring you episode 36 of the Gem Fix Farm Max That Rush, the Town Hall 12 that is on its way to Town Hall 13, okay? We know that Town Hall 13 is just around the corner. It will be here before you know it. So we need to hurry up and get this rushed account unrushed, so we can, I don't know, rush another account. I honestly don't even know what we're going to do next. I need some ideas down in the comments. Okay, packages. Let's go ahead because I like packages. I will buy as many as I can. And no, do not misquote me. Do not take that out of context. I like these packages that are for sale in the shop. All right, spell check, hold my gold, you're so bold, wall or nothing. I mean, I'm buying wall rings. I don't even care. Seriously, when the packages come up, you know we buy them and we buy them all. Now, when we left you in episode 35 of Gem Fix Farm Max That Rush, you'll notice that the Barbarian King, well, he was due for an upgrade. It was just about time for our Barb King to get in there, and sure enough, it is time. Here we go. So let's just take a quick review of the magic items. You'll notice we've got some books of heroes. We've got some other books in there. We've got some builders free. Actually, 4 of 5 builders free. Holy cow. We need to get working, you guys. What are we doing? Oh, I know. Never mind. It's walls, right? Yeah, rip. We're focusing on the walls, and because of that, the builders are free most of the time. So, yeah, these walls. Oh, man. Okay, let's just get through this quickly as we spend our loot down and the wall rings again and get another segment of walls right here. Boop, over onto the left-hand side, and feeling pretty good. In fact, what does that look like to you guys? Does that look like halfway? You ready for it? Are you ready for it? Let's go. That's right, 150 walls left at level 10 and 150 walls that are level 11 and above. Loving it. Absolutely loving it right now. And you know what else I'm loving? All right, Facebook. Now, Facebook gaming, you guys know that I went with the viewer raids, right? Last episode, we did some crazy, weird, and Adam's Goblin jump spell raid that didn't go so well. But we had Nate to come in and save the day and suggest this Nate version of P.E.K.K.A. Smash. Now, many believe that 5 P.E.K.K.A.s is too many. I say there is no such thing as too many P.E.K.K.A.s. They can be difficult to control. They're less difficult to control than bowlers. I will insist right now that they are easier to control than bowlers. They're easier to keep alive. And in bases like this, there's really nowhere else for them to go except for right into the core. And that's exactly what happened right here. You know, we're dealing with the dragons, and yes, that's unfortunate. If you can't get your Archer Queen in after the dragons, they're going to do some serious damage. I went ahead and just used freeze spells on them at this point because you could see the Archer Queen went way off to the right. She has nothing to do with these dragons while everybody else was in the core trying to take down the town hall. So finally she turns around and we toast the dragons with another freeze spell as well, getting them out of the way, and then the P.E.K.K.A.s can roll on through. Now, this strategy, I have to say, as far as a list of strategies, this is enjoyable and not quite as difficult as something like, Sui Lalo or even Queen Charge Miner, Queen Charge Hog Rider. If you're looking for a simple attack that is really difficult for a base to resist right now, I think that any version of P.E.K.K.A. Smash is going to serve you well. I really think that Electro Dragons, even though, yes, we sort of saw this shift towards anti-Electro Dragon bases, and maybe now we're coming back to we're seeing less of those. Like, for instance, this base would have done really poorly against Electro Dragons. Just the same, I feel like it's just about as simple. So if you're a ground person, then perhaps P.E.K.K.A. Smash is the way to go. If you're an air person, I still do think that Electro Dragons are very effective, but the problem is you can pretty frequently run into an anti-E-Dragon base, and as far as I know, I have not really seen a successful anti-P.E.K.K.A. Smash base out there. And if anybody does design one, or maybe has, they will be at the top of the global leaderboards because that is the attack you need to stymie right now. You need to stop them. And they're not stopping them, as you can see right here. Now, we're not going to pick up the 3-star, but it was a solid attack. There's a bunch of units left at the end, and they're going to come down to this whole slow grind through the walls. Can we get there, and can we get the 3-star? And more often than not, this isn't necessarily a strong 3-star war army, but you'll notice I said we weren't going to get the 3-star, and I was wrong because we are going to get the 3-star. I was just seeing if you were listening. Now, were you listening? Are you one of those guys that skips to the end just to say you blizzle-fristed the video, or do you watch the whole thing? If you do, then now is your opportunity to prove it. Go down to the comments and type in Blast-Frazzle-Mastic as a comment, and I will know that you were listening, even in the middle. Good student of the game, good student of YouTube. All right, so we just show the ends of a few more attacks because the loot has been amazing, and I still don't know why we're finding such incredible bases here in Titan 2, Titan 3, but we are finding base after base after base with massive loot. Now, of course, I do have some patience. We're passing a lot of bases to get there, and yes, we're not 3-starring every single base. All right, so back to, okay, I just wanted to show you this. This is why I spend so many gems. Real quick, you can see that I am gemming the army to completion, the king awake, the queen awake, the warden awake, and the reinforcement request. All of those have to get gemmed pretty much every single time. So we burn through a ton of gems. So I just wanted to say for a quick moment, thank you so much to all the star senders over on Facebook. You guys know who you are. You are funding these many thousands of gems that are burned through every single one of these episodes. And yes, we do go through a lot of gems. This has been a crazy expensive series, one of the most expensive series on YouTube, no doubt, as we have, well, you'll see at the status report how close we are to the next big milestone. I predict it happens next episode. Okay, so right here, I wanted to show you, this is a tough looking base. Okay, this is a base that personally I dislike seeing. I really don't like these 4 quadrant bases. They just make me feel bad. You know, I don't enjoy trying to deal with these. So you know what? It's good to challenge yourself, to push yourself, to try to get through the things you dislike, because then maybe you dislike them a little bit less. So this time I actually did start out with an intentional funnel. I mean, I dropped the P.E.K.K.A. and the boulders on the right in hopes that the Archer Queen would go left. Now, a little bit of this is just getting lucky, but as you can see right here, the Queen meets up with the remainder of those funneling units and she heads off to the left, and we don't get a healer switch. So I feel like right there, that was kind of some luck, I'm just gonna admit. Then the wall wrecker gets through both of those walls. The Archer Queen, the Ice Golem get in here, get those Expos out of the way. And then on the far left, about 9 o'clock, you can see we've got another P.E.K.K.A. with a couple more boulders trying hard to complete the funnel right here, to successfully get units in towards the core. Because remember, we're treating, even though these are farming raids, we're treating them as if they are like Legend League or War raids. We're trying to at least get the Town Hall. Okay, I say probably more treating these like Legend than War raids, because we're not specifically really hoping for 3 stars, but I do kind of feel like a little bit of a failure every time I fail to get a Town Hall down. So this works out pretty well here, as the Archer Queen does magically get there right on that Town Hall, and she is going to get it out of the way. And then, because of the funneling and everything that's happened, you can see that a quarter of this base is gone. That's going to provide a narrower path for our units to roll in here. I am going to put the jump spell down just in hopes that we get units that get in after the Expos and that single target Inferno at the top. Also, of course, anything else in the way, like the defending Archer Queen. And this attack is pretty much going to plan right here. So I have to say I am a big fan of the 5 P.E.K.K.A. Nate P.E.K.K.A. Smash variant right here. I believe he brings 4 healers. I'm a chicken, so I bring 5 because I'm just afraid that my Archer Queen is going to go down early. And you can see at the top of the screen, she's done a pretty good job. I had to use some freeze spells up there to keep her up. I also am right now a really big fan of bringing multiple freeze spells whenever possible. So many players are using single target Infernos, and it can work wonders on an Eagle Artillery, on a Town Hall where you just have a couple of units that are trying to get through the Town Hall. That seems to happen to me pretty frequently. Any of those cases, a freeze spell or 2 freeze spells is just a fantastic thing to have in your arsenal. So you can see time is counting down on this live raid. We're not going to pick up the 3-star, but we're pretty satisfied with the fact that we've gotten through almost every single resource building. You can see the only one left is that gold storage at the top of the screen. So trying to get to that in the final 15 seconds, as the units are just about running out of hit points right here. They can't quite get it all the way down. As time counts down, the Archer Queen, she's going to die to the multi-target. Oh no, she's not even, she's, okay. She found her favorite target. Never mind. We did get all the loot though. We got all the loot. So there it is, over 1.1 million plus the loot bonus. Feeling good about 6,000 Dark Elixir as well. So again, as always, it's just walls and heroes, heroes and walls, walls and walls, and heroes and heroes, and walls and heroes and walls. Okay, so this right here, I'm not going to show you the whole attack because obviously there wasn't really a challenge here. It was a dead, maxed out Town Hall 12, but it was some of the biggest loot I had ever seen. And this has been fantastic to find dead bases. Not exactly the most, YouTube worthy or thrilling thing to show. Oh, look at me attacking a dead base. Oh, look at me attacking a rushed base or an easy base. And that's why I try to show some strategy mixed in with the farming, mixed in with the fun, because I still think, I insist to this day, that if you're farming, you should be practicing for war. You should be practicing for Legend League attacks as you use these attacks. Yes, maybe your war or your Legend League attacks are more expensive and you don't want to use that elixir, but at the same time, you can always do a queen walk with a different back-end army and still practice your queen walk, queen charge, because most of those raids really come down to that anyway. Okay, so here we go. Final building. There it is. A couple million in loot. And the base, feeling pretty good. Now, again, I always turn to you, the viewer, for input, for feedback. What do you guys think? If you were to see me in Global right now, would you still say I'm rushed? And if so, what is it that I need to do to get to the point that I no longer take the Global abuse for being rushed? Is it just the level 11 walls? If I have all level 11 walls, then do I not look as rushed? Do they have to be 12s? Do I have to upgrade some more of the cannons, the archer towers? Let me know, you guys. I'm always willing to listen to your feedback because this has been a lot of fun. And it's been so much fun, in fact, that I think that we will have to do it at other town halls in the future as well. As you may have already noticed, I did start another account the other day, but we'll talk about that later. All right, let's get into the status report. It is time to review the amount spent today and in all time on this account. So today, the package is only $19.96. The grand total is now at $28.9802. The total gems spent today, we kind of got into it, 3,568, about 25 bucks worth. And then time, man, do I have this much time on my hands really? Oh wait, I do this for a living, that's right, 111 hours. Okay, next goals, get ready, next episode, the $3,000 episode, $3,000 mark. And how about this? Would you guys like to see P.E.K.K.A. Bobat or Lalo attacks? Let me know in the comments and we will try those out in a future episode. Maybe Rage Gem, those specific armies. As always, thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for supporting this series and the channel. Love every last one of you. Now get out there, have a fantastic rest of your day. Be kind to other people, animals, and easy on the planet. And I'll see you all back here again tomorrow for more full attacks. Galadon, $3,000. I could think of a lot better things to do with that money, honey.